trying to figure out what to name their baby girl. And so the husband had a great idea. He said, let's name her Lanesra. Lanesra. And the wife was like, wow, that's a beautiful name. Lanesra. And it was beautiful. And Lanesra went on to be 2 years old. And then one day the husband said to the wife, I'm going to tell you why I suggested the name Lanesra, which she just thought was unique and romantic.
Right.
She said that her husband told her that it was his favorite soccer team, Arsenal. Spelled backwards. Lanesra.
Well, to be honest, there's worse names you could call your baby. Karen, Jeffrey, clear browsing history, or my personal favorite, Ducky McDuckface.
You know, I just don't think this is that funny.
I was just gonna say, neither do I. It's just not funny.
I'm just kind of sitting here stone-faced watching things that I know I'm supposed to be laughing at.
I agree.
Let's shut it off. That's much better.
What is up, everyone? It's the Natural here, and we are back once again with another video on the channel, and we're back by popular demand with another episode of TMIR this month in review extra. And what this series entails is everything that I have missed, every big news story, every big social media trending topic, and some of the most hilarious stories that you would literally laugh your effing ass off goes into this video. So, what have I missed in the month of September
2020?
Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather are getting in a boxing ring, and we've got YouTube boxing coming up again.
You're joking. Not another one?
That's right. If you thought 2020 could be any more mental, insane, and crazy, well, this story is just gonna leave your brain, leaving your head, and just walking out the damn door. I talked about YouTube boxing at the start of this year when obviously Jake Paul was fighting Anderson Gibb. We all know Jake Paul won that fight, even though it was not a great spectacle. I can't believe I actually stayed up to literally 4 in the morning and watched that fight. I could have done a lot of things at 4 AM, and you know what I mean. But anyway, the fact of the matter is, Logan Paul is looking to fight a man who hasn't lost a fight in his professional whole entire career. He is a former world champion and arguably one of the greatest boxers in the history of boxing. 51 fights, 0 L's. He hasn't took an L in his entire career. He's took on some of the greats, you know, Pacquiao, Ricky Hatton, you know, many great boxers. And now, he's putting his reputation online for an influencer. Like, I mean, are we really living in the real world right now? Because it feels like I'm actually living in someone's dream. Literally. Because this literally cannot be an actual boxing event. And by the way, Logan, if you're watching this video, I'm going to sit there and say this. I'm not a real fan of you. There's, I think, both Paul brothers I'm not fans of. But I would say Jake is the one who I believe is an idiot. You're starting to get a little bit of respect from me. You know, you've massively, definitely changed as a person. You know, you're not the, I don't know, the cringe master that you were, and go around shoving cameras in people's faces. Obviously, what you did in Japan a few years ago, I'm still trying to forgive you for that. But at least you are starting to become a better person. You know, you talked a lot about mental health. You talked a lot about certain things on your podcast. You're doing a lot of good things. I'll say this right now. If you want any respect from a lot of people, especially from the YouTubers, maybe from the commentary community, many others, maybe even from myself, don't have this boxing fight. Just don't even think of fighting Mayweather. You know, do something else. Why don't you get Mayweather in your podcast and talk about something? Like, you don't have to just fight some guy, like, for money. Like, you're loaded anyway. Like, just keep doing what you're doing and just don't get any more boxing fights and any more bullshit stories, alright? Just be sane, alright? Just relax, chill. Just chill, dude. He probably doesn't even know who this punk straight-ace dude is anyways, but who cares a fuck. I mean, if this boxing fight does happen, just sums up 2020 in a nutshell. Gender reveals need to stop. Now, if anybody out there has no idea what a gender reveal is, then let me just give you some dialogue on what it is. A gender reveal is when a couple, man, woman, or it could be a man, and a woman, has a reveal of pink confetti or blue confetti, pink for a girl, blue for a boy. And they reveal, is it the boy or is it the girl? I will sit here and say this. Why the hell have we ever got to a stage where gender reveals were even a thing? Like, who came up with this trend of gender reveals? Like, it feels to me it's a woman thing, because there's no way a dude is going to be saying, oh, you know what, honey? Instead of you going to the doctors to find out is the boy or is it the girl, why don't we just, I don't know, go to a forest in the middle of fucking nowhere where there's wolves and other weird animals in the world, and actually put, I don't know, some fireworks and make a gender reveal and burn acres and acres and acres of land. There's no way a dude is going to do that, because there's one thing dudes are not good at, is multitasking. After what I've seen on OnlyFans this year, there's only one thing men want revealing, and that's women in the nude. That's all men want.
Slow down, baby.
What?
Huh? Nothing. I say nothing.
You said something?
I say nothing.
I heard you say something.
No, nothing.
Lee, what's going on, man? What are you talking about?
She's getting undressed.
What?
She's just getting undressed.
No!
There's a lot of stories going around this month by one gender reveal burned a literal community into ashes. Like, honestly, it's one of the most stupidest things ever. There's many other stories. I think one had a car that blew up in flames, and there's so many of these BS trends. People do it for the sake of just being an idiot. It feels like, for me, does anybody remember these fidget spinner challenge? Like, I couldn't believe it. I had to actually do research for this fidget spinner challenge for this video. One woman shoved a fidget spinner up her a-hole and did a 360 with it, and that image in my brain will ever forever be in my brain. I can never get that out. By the way, anybody out there, don't Google fidget spinner ass. Don't. You're gonna find some horrific BS shit on there. Oh god, I wish I never taped that in. But anyway, like I'm trying to say is, it just feels to me that so many BS trends just happen for the sake of it, like gender reveals, fidget spinner challenges, you know, what's the next challenge? I don't know, a dick measuring contest? Just like, and behold, these two are fighting it off and the dick off. Who's got the biggest wine? Is it Jeff from Charlotte, or is it Timmy from Texas? But gender reveals need to stop, please, for the sake of humanity. Just stop. Kanye West is not happy with the music industry.
Hey, hello? Can you hear me? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Someone should have told you not to with me.
Yes, there's a huge video circulating all over social media, especially on Twitter at this moment in time. It's got over 30, I think it's got close to 30 million views, or maybe over 30 million views, where Kanye West pissing into a Grammy. And everyone was going hysterical all over Twitter saying, how the hell can Kanye West do that to his Grammy? He worked hard for that. And I'm sitting there like, Kanye West can do whatever the fuck he wants with his Grammy. He could literally get the Grammy and shove it up Kim Kardashian's ass. Who gives a damn, to perfectly be honest? It's a Grammy. Who cares? It's not your fucking Grammy, so why the hell are you even... Why do you care? But the whole situation is, Kanye West is not happy with the music industry, and to be honest, him pissing into a Grammy, this has been going on for a long time. Like, Kanye West has had major trouble with the music industry for not years, decades. And he is want, obviously, more money from the music industry, but then the music industry is giving him a 30% cut, maybe even a 40% cut for certain musicians. Let's say, for instance, you have a song on Spotify. I think Spotify would take a cut of the wage. It's just the way it is. And a lot of people are not happy. Kanye West, I think, is trying to make his own music streaming platform, so we'll see how that goes. What Kanye West does with his Grammy and what Kanye West does in his personal life, I don't think is any of your business. Microsoft bought Bethesda for $7.5 billion.
Steiner konnte nicht genügend Kräfte für einen Angriff massieren. Der Angriff Steiner ist nicht erfolgt.
Oh, jeez. No, please, God, kill me now. No, damn crap, damn it.
Bethesda were bought out by Microsoft a few weeks ago, and I will say that this is massive, really. Not a lot of people have really talked about, you know, the fact that Microsoft have bought Bethesda for $7.5 billion, but this is huge, because Bethesda, obviously, are part of one of the biggest games of all time. Maybe even, it's up there with GTA and FIFA, Call of Duty, and all those games. Elder Scrolls, you know, Skyrim, Bloodborne, these are iconic games by Bethesda. I'm not even talking about Fallout 76. We're not going to be speaking about that game. But, like I said, this is huge because this gives Microsoft maybe a one-up on Sony and Nintendo, and maybe even PC gaming, even though the PC gaming are a million miles ahead of everybody else. That's a different story for another day. Because they now have Bethesda, and they could use some exclusivity. You know, they could, maybe the next Elder Scrolls game, which we've been rumored for many years, is going to be Elder Scrolls 6, which is never out. Maybe this is the reason why it's never out, because Bethesda have been waiting for Microsoft to buy them so they can have exclusivity of this game. This is a massive buy from Microsoft buying Bethesda, because now Xbox have now got a chance. With the fact that Halo is now exclusivity, you obviously got Forza Motorsport. Now Bethesda games could easily be exclusivity going forward, and this is massive in the console wars. And our final story of today is this Venezuelan family has been through hell in their whole entire life, but it goes to show, if you have a little hope, a little dream, and just set goals for yourself, you never know where you end up. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the most touching stories I think I've actually done this year, and like I said, it just goes to show anything's possible if you have a little bit of faith. So everyone, that's the end of another video on the channel and the end of another TMIR this month in review. If you think that this YouTube boxing fight between Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather is absolutely the most 2020 thing you probably have ever seen of this year, then you right now just cover yourself in mayonnaise. Put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper, lean back and headbutt that motherfucking like button. You can also follow me on social media platforms. The link is just down there in the description. I hope you all have an amazing day out there. Stay safe and healthy too. Please like, subscribe. The natural, the punk of YouTube is out.